Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Sokka. In the last episode, I announced my new project and we're going to be working on a Nether hub. The Nether hub is going to be spirit world based, and we also made Mr. Cabbage Man behind us. In today's episode, I want to get started with the Nether hub. I want to start clearing out some of the netherrack, but to do that, I want to upgrade all of my tools to Netherrite first so that I don't have to go and repair them as often. So we're going to go hunting and see how much ancient debris we can get. I've already got a few pieces of ancient debris already just from being in the nether generally and mining around, digging my nether tunnels. And we're also going to look at getting on top of the nether roof today. And I'm going to be looking at all the ways that you can break bedrock, and we're going to figure out what is the best way to break bedrock for the nether roof in Minecraft. So I'm just going to head out and collect all the resources needed to work on these projects for today. Alright, so I need to collect as much TNT as I can, and in between episodes I've been doing a lot of organization and crafting so that I'll have everything that I need whenever I need it. But let's see, how much gunpowder can we spare? And I need gunpowder and sand in order to make as much TNT as possible. I have extra sand in those shulker boxes. Okay, so after everything's said and done, I got quite a bit of TNT to use today. We're going to use a lot of this TNT to TNT mine for ancient debris. I'm going to try the bed method for a bit just to see how effective it is. I'm going to do a little bit of strip mining. I kind of want to compare and see all the methods used in ancient debris gathering, see which works the best. And I want to get started breaking bedrock, and we need TNT for that as well. And I want to also see all of the best methods for breaking bedrock. So I think what I want to do first today is break bedrock. So we're going to head into the nether, and I'm going to find a good way to get onto the nether roof. So once you're in the nether and you're looking for a spot to get through the bedrock, you need to come right up to the top, and I've already come through here and found a block. You need to find a block where on the right hand side where it says targeted block, the Y coordinate is 127. So this block here is perfect for that, and we just need to create a little tunnel going up there. We need to get some ladders. And we need to get an ender pearl on our hotbar. So we want to climb up the ladder, just keep on holding W and then throw your ender pearl and then jump. And you will be through. So this is the block that I came through. So I'm going to mark that with a netherrack. Before you come onto the nether roof, you want to make sure you have all the materials that you need. So I have everything that I need in these two shulker boxes here. I've got all my redstone that I might need and all the TNT and pistons that I'm going to need. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some obsidian. Remember that last clip when I said before you come onto the nether roof, make sure you've got all of your materials? I was going to say the first thing you should do is make a nether portal, but I brought nothing to light the nether portal with. It's a good thing I've broken bedrock before, because otherwise right now I'd be pretty nervous about getting stuck on top of this bedrock and then having to kill myself to get out of here and losing all my gear. But luckily we don't need a flint and steel to break bedrock, so I'm just going to grab the stuff that I need. And so you want to open up your F3 screen, and you can see on the left hand side which direction you're facing in. And we're facing east, and that's the direction you want to be facing when building this. So if we face to the north, we want our obsidian, and to the south, we want our redstone block. Behind this redstone block, we'll put up two netherrack, and we'll get rid of this netherrack in the middle and put a piston facing upwards. From here, we want to put an oak trapdoor against that piston and open it up. So how this bedrock breaking machine works is you walk up to the trapdoor and you put yourself into prone mode, and you're going to place a TNT block against this netherrack here, and then you're going to come here and spam and try to place a piston as quickly as possible. I'm going to be using an auto clicker to help me. You can also just click as fast as possible, that works as well, but I do find auto clickers do help a lot. Okay, so I think now is as good a time as any to see if this is going to work. So I'm going to place my TNT, activate my auto clicker, deactivate my auto clicker, and we're going to break this piston and we'll see. And we have a hole in the bedrock. Perfect. As you can see, that method is pretty reliable. It did work on the first try. I'm going to use it a few more times to see how reliable it is. I want to actually create a pretty big hole in the bedrock just so I don't have to go up this one little block hole. I want to have maybe a 4x4 or a 3x3 just so there's a little bit more room. So 20 minutes later, we have broken 5 more pieces of bedrock using that method. So I decided to go to YouTube and find some other designs for bedrock breaking machines. And I found this one by RaiseWorks. In Ray's video, he lets us know that using 2 TNT creates a more reliable bedrock breaking machine because the first TNT's job is to break the power source and the second TNT's job is to break the piston. The whole idea behind it is you want the power source to break before the piston breaks. Don't ask me why, that's just how Minecraft works apparently. Okay, so let's give this a test. I've already built it over here. Oh, I just gotta get the lever on there, activate the lever. Now auto clicker. I don't think that worked. Okay, it did not work first try. Alright, well this design isn't working for me, so I'm going to play around with it and see what I can figure out. Hey, it worked. So after using that method for a bit, I found out that it does work, and it does work very well. One of the issues that I was having was that my auto clicker wasn't at full speed, so I made it so that it was 1 click per 1 millisecond, and I think I have it working 100% of the time now. So get in position, flick the lever, go down, activate the clicker, and look right up in this corner, and yep, the piston's facing towards me, so that means we broke some more bedrock. So we've cleared out quite a bit of bedrock in this area here, and now it's time. I want to try to start moving downwards, clearing out the next few layers of bedrock. I believe there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total bedrock layers here that we need to get through. So actually I might need to make this layer a little bit bigger because as you go down you kind of lose a lot of space while you're trying to find ways to position the bedrock breaking machine. Oh, that took forever. I'd say it took me about 4 hours to clear out this much bedrock, but it would have taken way longer if I didn't do the research that I did, because that new bedrock breaking technique by RaiseWorks does actually work like 99.99% of the time. I think in the whole time breaking this out, I think I had it fail 3 times. And breaking this giant bedrock hole took way more TNT than I thought it would. I think it took me about 10 stacks of TNT to break this, but if I didn't find RaiseWorks technique, I think it would have taken me more. I know using RaiseWorks machine uses 2 TNT per blast, but with the 100% ratio compared to like the 10% that I was getting before, I feel like it was like 10 TNT per 1 bedrock broken before compared to the 2 that it is now. And not to mention the hours that I probably saved in unsuccessful attempts from the other method. So it's a really good thing I made that witch farm because I still have plenty of leftover TNT from going back to make more to finish off this. So let's go ahead and get started with netherite hunting. When searching for netherite, you can find it at almost any height in the nether, but you're gonna have a lot better luck looking below the lava lakes. You want to head down to about Y15 to 11, somewhere in between there. And that is where the biggest concentration of ancient debris is going to be found. You're probably going to run into a situation where you might have to go swimming in lava, so make sure you bring plenty of fire resistance potions. Alright, so now we have an easy way below the lava lakes. So now from here we're down at Y15. I'm going to start off with my first method. I'm just going to try strip mining and seeing what I can find when it... Ooh! What kind of luck is that? That's my first piece of ancient debris from this mining session so far. So as you can see, Y15 is a very good place to be looking for this stuff. I'm going to add that to the 2 that I've found before this episode from just generally being in the nether, and I'm going to try strip mining for a bit, and I'm going to come back and show you how much I have got. After 20 minutes of strip mining, we have 8 ancient debris, so that's enough for 2 pieces of netherite. And now it's time to move on to the next method of ancient debris mining, and that is going to be using the bed method. So I'm going to go down a few extra blocks and create a few tunnels to try the bed mining method. So using the bed method to mine for netherite in Minecraft is basically using the game feature where you cannot sleep in the nether. So if you right click on a bed in the nether, that bed explodes rather than you sleeping on it. For example, ow, okay, I did not do that the most safe way possible, and that is why I don't like the bed mining method. I'm gonna get myself some fire resistance because it's not the most safe method of mining netherite. You have to be in the middle of the explosions, and you end up taking damage just like that. So I actually don't know if I'm going to do much of this, but I'll try a few more and see if I find any netherite, and I'll let you know how that goes. Using the bed method actually proved to be quite successful. If we look here, I did about 20 bed explosions and I got 11 ancient debris. So if you look through here, you'll notice that doing a bed explosion does reveal a lot of blocks, so that's a lot of potential spaces where the ancient debris can be hiding. But I just don't think it's worth it because of all of the damage that you take. If we look at my armor right now, my boots are almost broken, and I actually did break my boots while I was breaking the bedrock before. So this is my second pair of boots in one episode. That's not okay. I need to head back, heal up all my gear, and then we're going to try the TNT mining method because there's less chance of me dying. So the TNT mining method, aka the best mining method, is exactly what you would think it is. You lay down a lot of TNT, You ignite one of those TNTs, and that'll hopefully ignite the whole chain of TNT that you set off, and you have then uncovered a ton of area to search and see if you found any ancient debris. When doing the TNT mining method, I like to do it down at Y10 or Y11. It's just a little bit lower than the best place to mine for ancient debris, but the explosion should uncover up to those areas. And once you've dug out a tunnel far enough away, all you have to do is walk backwards, placing your TNT 1 to 2 blocks apart, and that should be close enough to chain all of them. So I have about a stack and a half of TNT placed. I'm going to make sure I have a flame bow, stand far enough back, and shoot that first TNT. So that first explosion was a little bit lower than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting to unveil that much bedrock, so I went back up to Y15 now, and we're gonna see how that goes. So now we just need to walk through here and hopefully not fall into the lava, but I took a fire resistance potion, so that should not be a problem. So we definitely hit a lava lake above here, which is not ideal, but let's see if we can get around it. So once we got past that lava wall, we look through here and I'm already seeing a few pieces of ancient debris scattered around. So I think Y15 is a good level to do this type of explosion mining, but you have to look out for stuff like that. So I'm going to go through, use up all of my TNT, and we'll see how much ancient debris I end up with. So after about 6 stacks of TNT being used to TNT mine, we ended up with 27 ancient debris. And that brings us to a total of 46 ancient debris found today. That's good. I think that's enough to cover all of my armor pieces and a few of my tools. I'm gonna have to go AFK at the witch farm, get some more TNT, and come back here and collect some more netherite soon. But first, let's get this ancient debris into the furnace and see how many pieces of netherite we're going to get. Alright, so we'll go like this. So after smelting down the ancient debris into netherite scrap, we need to take it and combine it in a crafting table with gold. And we ended up with 11 netherite ingots. So we're going to have to pick and choose what we are going to give our netherite ingots to. So obviously the first piece of netherite that I had to get was a netherite sword. It is now my space sword. We found that meteorite just outside of Kyoshi Village, and we turned it into my space sword. This is where I'm going to end today's episode. We got a lot of work done. I learned a lot about breaking bedrock and about mining for netherite, and I'd say I'm now an expert at breaking bedrock, and I feel like I can even make that hole bigger if I want to, so I might do that in between episodes. I know I'm going to be hunting for more ancient debris in between episodes, and I'm definitely going to be AFKing at my witch farm. I'm going to need a lot more gunpowder if I'm going to be using this much TNT. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.